Hello everyone and welcome back to Stationeers. Okay then, so I have been testing a couple of stuff for the new base that includes the cooling system. Basically, I have decided that I will actually use the dedicated phase change devices, mostly because, well, the thing is that if we want to use pipes and valves and pumps and get that kind of stuff to simulate what the dedicated devices can achieve, then that will increase the power consumption at least 4 times. Basically, the devices that deal with phase change only consume 50 watts of energy, but if we want to use valves and pumps, the overall consumption will jump up to 200 watts. And we will also need a couple of extra devices beside the phase change devices. So yeah, just for the sake of power consumption, I think I will simply use the dedicated devices. But before we get to that, we will need to go out and mine. Well, we need iron and silicon. And yeah, we need to go out and do that. But before we get to that, I also want to print out, where are the, there you are, empty out this one, and I want to print out a couple of logic chips. Basically, I would like to have a logic memory, gold and copper. You close, gold and copper. So one of these. And I also want to have a logic I/O chip. Once again, gold and copper. Good. Basically, with this one, we can set the speed of the elevator in the new base. I don't want to use the slow speeds of that elevator anymore. I want to have proper speeds now. And I think with these two chips, we can achieve that. So, first things first, let's make some room in the inventory. There. We have the mining backpack. So we are looking for silicon and iron. Anything else? I think we are good to go. Right. Okay, I will quickly set up that little elevator speed increase and then we will go out and mine. Oh, there we are. Here is where we need to set all this. First, we need to make sure that the data port is connected up. So you will need to go down, then through here this way. Yeah. Next up, we need to place down the memory chip. You can go right here. Doesn't matter where it's placed. We only need a single data connection for this one. So that will do that. Next, we need to have the logic chip. This one needs to be a logic writer. And this one should be okay. There. Okay then, so obviously the different ports need to be hooked up. That will do. So we need to set a value on this memory chip. And I have been playing around with this. I think maybe, I don't know, 6, maybe 8 should be acceptable. Basically, if it's too fast, then as we are going down, 8 is going to be a little bit too fast. So, you know what? Let's just set it to 8. I think we can go all the way up to 1 to 20, I believe, but I think that would be a bit much. So, you know what? Yeah, let's just settle for 8. Then, on this one, we need to read from the logic memory, output to the elevator, elevator level cabled, and we want to change the elevator speed. That's it. Okay, so theoretically now it is overwritten. It is basically just a set and forget kind of thing, one and done. So if we go inside, we should be able to use the lift a lot faster now. So if we call this one down, oh yeah, it arrived a lot faster. Let's go all the way up to the top level. Oh yeah. Look at the speed. Very nice. Okay then. Now, is it too fast for going down? It's a bit bumpy, but I think we can manage. Also, yeah, I should have brought some glass with us, but oh well. Okay, anyways, don't waste any more time. We need to go and mine. So, silicon and iron. Okay, I think that's good enough, but before we start the smelting, I want to do something very quickly. I want to pick up a piece of glass in the base and plug that single window on the new base, and I want to make sure that we are actually sealing that one. Well, if the inside temperature is still a bit high, then during the next night I will vent a bit more, but basically I want to prevent any hot gases getting inside now. And yeah, so let me quickly plug this hole. And also I think I will set the elevator to maybe speed 6. I think that should be okay. 8 felt a little bit too fast. So there we go. The base is now completely sealed. And as I've said, let me quickly set the speed of the elevator to, I think, yeah, 6. Oh, sorry, not 9. To 6. So overwrite. Done and dusted. Good. Okay then, so in terms of the waste tank, I think we should be okay. We can quickly take care of the smelting and then we can go inside. And we have the silicon. Okay, we definitely need to go inside now, so turn off. Pressure should be okay, so yeah, we can go inside. And there we go. Alright, so I think we should be set for iron and silicon for a little bit longer, especially for the iron. And next up, vent out the waste gases. Yes, I know I really should set up a suit storage, but you know what? In the next base. So there, then oxygen, and we are good to go once again. So, about that cooling system. Well, I already have a design in mind. Also, That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to drop the suit, obviously. So there and there. Fine, fine, fine. Let's eat. Oh, right, by the way, we already have a single piece of potato seeds. These are still growing. That's fine. Okay. I was kind of hoping that maybe one of them was already grown up, but no. So, cook this guy, drink, eat, and we can start printing out all the resources that we will need to make the cooling system happen. And there we go. Right. So, we will need to make a lot of room in the inventory. So, this one can go there. Okay, I will take the painting stuff with us to the new base, but it will take up room. But you know what, it's fine. Also, we don't need the mining backpack right now, so you can go next to the airlock. And let's go for it. So, we need all this stuff in here. In fact, let's just dump everything in there. Then we will definitely need to have Invar, I believe, the silicon, and maybe the electrum. Obviously, I have been testing this setup in between episodes, and I have a decent idea what we need. Right, so, first things first. As I said, we will use the dedicated phase change devices, so phase change device. We will also need some copper. There it is. All these need to go in here. There. So, print out 2 of these. Basically, this is going to be almost the same exact thing as these 2 AC units. This one is cooling the base, this one is cooling the coolant of this one. And this setup is going to be very similar. We will have one phase change device or one evaporation chamber cooling the base, and the other one will be cooling the coolant line of the base cooler, basically. So there. Then we will definitely need, let me see, some valves. And we will need, okay, before we print this one out, we will also need at least a couple of radiators. Now, we will need to use the medium radiator. I tried to use the large extendable radiator, but unfortunately, that one only has a liquid version. There is no gas version for this one. Unfortunate, but, well, there it is. So, we need to use the medium version because this one has a gas radiator. I think I will print out 3 of them. I don't think a single one will be able to handle the load required, so yeah, I think we will need at least 3 of them. Also, it is night time. I really should open the base, but well, in fact, you know what, yeah, print out 1 more. I will quickly open the base. I want to vent out as much hot gases as we can. I don't even know what the atmosphere is like inside. I think if we open everything on the first level, that should be okay. Yeah, that should give us enough venting. Also, we can check what the elevator is like these days. So, cycle this airlock. Yes, I know I can use the jetpack, but I want to test out the elevator now. We just need to make sure that at morning we come back and definitely close down all the windows. So let's take a look. The speed of the elevator, it's still a lot faster than it was before, but not as dangerously fast as it is on 8. Anyways, let's open all these windows, and yeah, we definitely need to do so because the inside temperature is around 800, and that is a bit dangerous. And there. If we have nighttime temperatures inside, we will be able to, you know, work in the base a lot longer. Okay, I will leave the glass on the in our hand, so I will be reminded to go and close everything before it is too hot outside. Right, go inside and keep printing. So we need one more radiator. So print out one more radiator. Yeah, this one. After this, we need a lot of different pumps and valves and regulators and that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, these are necessary to make sure that the system works as intended. So that one is finished now. You can go in the inventory. Next up, we will need a bunch of valves. We will need at least 3 of these regular valves. These will be condensation valves, 2 for the evaporation chambers and 1 for the filling, so we need at least 3 there. Then we'll need at least 1 digital valve as well, but you know what, I will deal with that later. Next up, we need some regulators. Once again, I think we need at least 3 of them, 2 for the evaporation chambers and 1 for the filling system, so we need at least 3. And that will do. So that's 3 of them. Next up, we need some volume pumps. This one we only need 2. 1 for each of the evaporation chambers. So that's fine. Oh no, wait, never mind. We need 1 more for the safety system for the radiators. The same safety system we have on that radiator. 1 digital valve, 1 volume pump and 1 analyzer. We should be able to use those to keep that one safe at daytime. So there is that. What else? Thankfully the nighttime is still not even midnight, so we are okay. I think we will also need, well, at least 1 digital valve. And then a lot of, you know what, no, let's just print an active vent. Active vent. I will deal with the rest later because our inventory is full. So I think I will go and place down what we have right now. So we can go. Also the suit is okay, we can go. Right, I think the base is venting quite nicely, but I think we still have a long way to go before it is actually nighttime temperatures. Okay then, so these 2 phase change devices. First things first, let's place down the painting stuff. Hopefully they will not get blown out of the window. Then the phase change devices. So make some room and take these guys out. Both of these will be evaporation chambers. This one is facing the right way, there. This one will be for the base cooling. So the heat exchanger will go into these pipes. And we will have another one here. This is going to deal with the cooling of the coolant of this one. So there it is, right. Then, okay, we can place these down. Let's place down the radiators next. They will be outside. Well, the problem with these radiators is that they can be only rotated on one axis, this one. They cannot be rotated on the other 2 axes. So, I am not sure if we place them like this, whether or not they will be able to radiate, basically against the frames like this. Just to be on the safe side, I think I will quickly pick up a single frame here. You, for example, come with us. And you will act as foundations for these radiators for a second. So, instead of placing these radiators right up against the frames like that, I will place them 1 step out like that. Right. So we need to do this 2 more times. And that should do it. Right, okay, you can go right back where you were before. So we will have these radiators. They appear to be floating right now, but don't worry, once we hook up the different pipes, they will be on technically solid ground, so it's going to be fine. They will hook together this way. Then we need to empty them out at mornings. So we will need to have one volume pump exactly like this. Very good. And a digital valve will go right here, but we don't have digital valve yet, so that one can wait. Good. Next up, all these guys. We definitely need to have, let me see, a condensation valve this way and this way. This is the liquid input for these guys. So we need to have condensation valves here. So the pollutants condense out here and gets dumped into these pipes. Then we need to make sure that we can keep these pipes safe, which means we need to have these regulators. So we need to have these, let me see, this way. There we go, exactly. And these ones will be purge valves. So they will siphon out the excess gases in the liquid pipes. So there. And this one will be for the filling, that's fine. And then we have these volume pumps. This is what will keep the exhaust of the, whatchamacallit, the evaporation chamber safe. So yeah, that one needs to be there, and this one needs to be here. Okay then, so this is the exhaust of the evaporation chamber. This is where we will keep it empty. This one is going to keep the liquid pipe safe. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, right, we need one more valve because we want to fill up both of these. Okay, I will just leave it here, it's fine. And I think, is it heating up? No, I don't think it's heating up yet. Yeah, it's still cooling down, it's fine. Okay, you know what? I think we can work on the painting of the base in the meantime. So, what I had in mind, as I've said in the previous episode, is that we will have blue windows in the middle, like this, and we will have orange on the sides. And we are using the spray gun, so we are not using as much paint as we would otherwise if we were just using the cans by themselves. So yeah, while we are waiting for the nighttime to end, I will go around and paint at least as much as we can. Okay, it is now heating up. We need to go downstairs, plug up all the windows, and we can continue venting in the morning. We need to close up shop right now. Good, so the base is sealed once again. Then, well, I might as well walk you through the basic function of these phase change devices. The way it will work is that, well, I did explain how the phase change works in a previous episode when we were setting it up for the water generator. This is where the liquid storage will be for the inputs. It will come in through the condensation valve, and this guy will keep it safe. So you know that the liquid pipes can only handle 6 megapascals of pressure. So this is what will keep those safe. In fact, we can set the value right now. I think 2 megapascals should be okay. But this is also important because the exhaust need to be kept empty, mostly for the benefit of this one. If we have too much pressure on the exhaust pipe, then this guy will be overwhelmed and it will not be able to siphon out the excess gases in here. And that will basically cause too much pressure in there. That will cause it to break, and that's not great. So we need to have the exhaust pipe as empty as possible. So there we go, 10 liters, 2 megapascals, and that should do it. And the same goes for this one. So let's just go for 2 megapascals on this and 10 liters. Now, we can play around with the volumes or the throughputs of these volume pumps. I think maybe we can get away with 3 or 4 liters per second, but you know what, let's play it safe. I think I will set it to 5 eventually, but maybe we can automate it as well. So for example, if we have excess pressure in the exhaust, then increase the throughput and stuff like that. You know what? I think we are relatively safe in here for now. I will finish up the painting and then we'll go home, and maybe I can show you how the base will look once it's all painted. Yeah, so this level is finished as well. Yeah, now we just need to paint this level and the greenhouse. Now, I don't know how I will deal with the painting of the greenhouse windows. As I said, I want to have blue windows all around, and technically speaking, all the greenhouse is all windows, right? So I suppose we can do this as well. Right, might as well. I don't think I will paint the ceiling. The ceiling is fine as it is. Okay, might as well use the elevator. So you please come up. Then we go down to level 5, pick up the orange paint. There, go down to level 5. It's still a bit bumpy, but not as much as it was before. Anyways. Alright, and we painted a lot, and we only used 39% paint of this can. So yeah, these spray guns are quite nice. Anyways, let's paint the corners next. Okay, so everything is painted now. We can go down, and I think, yeah, we might as well go home. I want to show you how the base looks while we still have daylight. So quickly go down. Yeah, we have this airlock cycle the wrong way, but well, from now on we have to use the airlock, I think.
Power low.
Maybe I will vent the base out a bit more next night, and we missed a bit of spot on that corner, but other than that, I think I like this color scheme a lot. And yeah, I don't even mean the blue windows on the top. Yeah, we just need to fix that corner, and that's going to be it. Nice. Okay, then let's quickly go home. And I think we can start printing out the piping. There we go. Please don't get blown out of the airlock. There we go. Switch out the oxygen as well. And there we go. Okay. So, we need a lot of pipes now. I think for the liquid pipes we don't need a lot. But first things first, we need at least one more condensation valve. So, one valve kit. One more of these. And then one digital valve as well. So digital valve for the safety of the radiators. What else? We have the volume pumps, we have the regulators, we have the rest of the condensation valves. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Now, for the radiators themselves, we need a bunch of regular pipes because they don't need to be insulated. They are fine without insulation. I will print out, I don't know, 10 should do it. Basically, we need 2 on the input side because we need 1 corner piece and 1 for the analyzer, and then 3 for in between, 4 another in between, and then another out. So basically we only really need 5 pipes, but you know what, let me see, that's 10. Okay, perfect. Accidentally turned it off, but that's fine. Next up, the liquid pipes. So the liquid insulated pipes, there you are. I think this one we don't need a lot. On the final setup, we only really need like, I don't know, 8 or something, not a lot. But don't forget, we still need to fill them up, so we need to hook up the filling condensation valves with these. So I think I will print out maybe 1 stack. That should be plenty enough. By the way, how are the potatoes? Okay, I will harvest this one and replant that single seed that we have lying around. This one. There we go, good. Thankfully I didn't forget. So this one, yeah, might as well print out 6 more, and then we'll start printing out a lot of, well, insulated pipes. For the gases, I mean. Okay, 2 more. By the way, how is the oxygen these days? Let me just quickly check. That's it for these pipes. Then insulated gas pipes. So, oxygen. It is 135. It is actually increasing quite nicely. I think I will hazard turning on the water generator. Also, what is the water amounts now? 10 liters. Yeah, it's fine. Okay then, so hopefully it was 135. Let's see how it will be over time. For now it is holding steady. Oh right, almost forgot. I will leave this one to print for now. We need to go out and fix something very important on the water generator. I should have done this a long time ago, but I kept forgetting. But now I finally remembered. Basically, we have a bit of a mismatch between the oxygen and volatiles in the mixing. We are using way too much oxygen right now. If we take a look here, we have 39% oxygen. It should be at maximum 33%. So tell you what, I think I will set this to 25% oxygen input should be relatively safe. Basically, we have a bit of a mismatch thanks to the different temperatures. Higher temperature means more pressure, so we are inputting a little bit more oxygen because it is lower temperature. So volume-wise, oxygen is more compact or more dense than the volatiles. So hopefully that will fix it. It is already decreasing. Yeah, hopefully that's going to be okay. So hopefully from now on we are going to waste a little bit less oxygen. Good. There we go. Next up, let's pick up all these pipes. We will need a lot of these. Let me see. I think we can stop. So we have... That's 1 stack. You know what, yeah, let's just print out 3 more and we will have 2 full stacks of insulated piping. That's going to be nice. And that's it. Alright, before we go, let's quickly drink. There. Yeah, might as well eat too. We are almost at 20%, so might as well take advantage. There, close, cook. You can go in the inventory. Good. And I think we are good to go. The base should be a lot better off now. Also, we are nowhere near midnight yet. Okay, then I think there it is 0%. Fine, I will just leave it here. It's fine. Right, quickly go to the new base and start venting out as much hot gases as we can. We still have time during this night, so I think we can work a bit more on the cooling of the base. Okay, next up, don't forget, we still need to fix, I believe, these two, right? This one and that one, right. I think everything else should be okay now. I guess at some point I will notice if something is wrong, but so far it appears to be okay. So you can stay right here. Next up, the liquid pipes. Basically, here I would like to have, let me see, this one. Let me just quickly take out the wrench. That way, then that way, and I would like to have a single straight piece right here. This is where I will put the analyzer, because obviously I want to set up a monitoring station, and it will go right here in the middle. In fact, I really should have printed that one out, but oh well, we can take care of it later. Then this one, that way, and that's it. Another monitoring analyzer here. Then we can put in the exhaust pipes now. So this is the exhaust right here. Basically, this is not built obviously, but the exhaust is right here if you take a look at the tooltip. Gas output connection. This is where the evaporated pollutants will come out. Then there, that looks okay to me. And the same goes here. There we go. Then this one will go into the base atmosphere, which means that I think I will quickly pick up a piece of white piping there, and you, this is the not the exhaust but the heat exchange connection. You can go down, turn towards the main base, and oh, they are already lined up. Nice. Okay, so that's fine. This side will be insulated, so might as well use these pipes to set up the radiators real quick. Also, we need to actually fill them up with steel sheets, but that's fine. Next up, you will need to curve towards the base like that. Yes, that the straight piece where we will have the analyzer. And there and there. Good. After these devices, we will have insulated piping. Good. Also, we can place down the digital valve now. So there, and digital valve, you will be facing that way. Right. Okay, then we are still venting the base. And it is now below 130. Nice. Okay, then now let's take care of the where is the wrench? There you are. This one. This one, basically, yeah, start with this one. This is the condensation chamber for this evaporation chamber. Basically, this is where we will condense out the returning pollutants. This one can go straight through because we can have cables going through this way, that's fine. And then you will hook into the radiators here. Right. So I think we can do it like this. Then turn into the base. Right. And there we go. Okay, so now it is hooked up to the radiators. And we need to hook up the other side as well. Although I suppose we can get away with setting up the pump here too. I don't think we need to have both directions. For example, I think we don't need to have this one. If we have to, we can have the pump here too. Yeah, but you know what? Let's just do it properly. So we will feed this one through that way. And this one will feed back into the base here. So this will actually increase the volume of the condensation chamber for that evaporation chamber. That's going to be a bit much, but you know what? We just need to feed it a bit more pollutants, and that's fine. Anyways, the outside is still cooling down, that's okay. Also, don't fly too much. The jetpack is getting empty now. But this is going to be the condensation chamber for the base cooling. So there. This one needs to be cooled by this guy. So we need to have the heat exchange pipe coming out. I think we can still squeeze in the monitoring station if we run the pipe next to this one. So come out, use this stack now, and come down. And I don't know, I think we can do this relatively safely. Basically, I want to have the same exact console model that we have used for the furnace. There, and I think that's pretty much it. Right. Okay. These two pipes can go towards the base, there. And I think in terms of piping, we are pretty much good to go. Now we will need a lot of cabling too. We will worry about that later. In fact, you know what? Let's just place down these 4 cables now. So there, 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 and there. Good. And that's pretty much it. Next up, we need to actually fill this place up. So we will have this guy here. This will pressurize a long pipe, which will all feed into a pair of condensation valves. So these two basically. These will be condensation valves turned this way. One can be here, although that will get in the way of the cabling of this one, here instead. As for this one, yeah, you can be here too. We will put in the monitoring station after everything is filled up, is fine. So you can go there. Although, no, wait. These pipes are all obviously in the way. Which means that you need to go up at least one. Okay, and it is daytime. Quick, quick, quick. Close the base. Okay, I think it might be okay, I don't know. I guess we will see once the temperature settles down, but I think we need to vent out a bit more next night. Anyways, it should still be okay in terms of temperatures inside, so I think we can stay. So there, condensation valve for this one. This one needs to be a bit higher up, so instead of down there, it will be here. Let me see. Up there. Right. So obviously this one needs to feed into there. And this one needs to feed into that one. Right. So we need to make sure that we can keep condensing out the pollutants. So we need to have this, not a purge valve, but a back pressure regulator. You will need to be that way, and you can go right there, it's fine. I suppose we can set this one to be, I don't know, 40 megapascals. I want to have plenty of pollutants condensing out in here. There. I will put a vent here, and this one feed into this one. In fact, might as well open now. This one is fine. This one is fine. Yeah, we can just turn everything on now, even though they don't have power. Go there, there, open. It's open, good. And I will place down as much of these pipes as we need. Although I suppose, yeah, I will place down these pipes, but I think I will recycle some of these pipes just for this filling operation. It's going to be okay, we can put them back eventually. But for now, you will need to go this way, there, and I will pick up those pipes real quick. That will block these cables, but we can just put in temporary corners and that's going to be fine. Right, you know what? Yeah, let's just pick up these insulated pipes and put them down for the radiators. And just use the white pipes on the base. And we are missing a single one. Any way we can reclaim a single piece of pipe? Not really. Unless I make that piece of pipe outside one tile longer. Yeah, let's just go for it. You come down, we will move the volume pump up by one, and that should do it. Okay, the jetpack is out. Fine. Let's just go home and print out a couple of extra pieces of pipe, so we don't need to change anything. So, print out a couple of these. Also, yeah, now that we have fixed the power duplication bug, we are not really generating enough power. I think if we print out a couple of extra wind turbines, we should be just fine. Well, it's not the end of the world. So there we go, that should be alright. One more maybe, and that's it. That's fine. Anything else? No, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, let me just quickly eat this one. Thank you. Ooh, and I just noticed our filters are not quite alright. We need to fix this one real quick. Constant 10. And can I print out a couple of carbon dioxide filters, medium ones? We also need silver. Silver, please. 2 of these. Thankfully, I noticed in time we only have 12% left on our CO2 filter in the suit. So that's one, and one more, please. Yeah, I think in the next episode I will print out a couple of extra wind turbines. In fact, might as well make note of it. So, wind turbines outside. I don't know, that's fine. I don't know where else I would put it, but whatever. So, anyways, the filters should be fine now. And yeah, I think we can go weekly vent out the base a bit more. And
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
Close. And then switch out the jetpack. And there we go. Oh, I should have printed out some steel sheets, but you know what, that can wait. So there we go, you can go there, and now all these are hooked together. Nice. I don't like that this one has so much volume, but you know what, I think we can manage. We just need to put a lot more pollutant into this system than the other one, then it's fine. Okay, then you and you open the base. Okay, can I please go inside? There we go. In fact, I think I will open the base on the top as well. Let's hope I don't forget to close everything in the morning. But I want to increase the venting a lot more now. I want to get this base down to at least nighttime ambient temperatures. So go all the way up. There, and I will only open the 8 windows around the elevator. No more than that needed, I think. It's fine. Right. Okay, we can go down to level 5 now. I wish we could change the numbering of these elevator levels. I would like to have this one as level 2, but I tried to search for some solutions for this, but I didn't find anything. Oh well. Anyways, so we need one vent, a bunch of pipes. In fact, we can place these down now. And there we go. So we have a way of filling all this. I think I will just move this one here so we can actually have access to these cables. In fact, you know what? I think I will move the filling pipes out by one. I want to have the cables in their final configuration now. So yeah, let's just move all these out by one tile. Okay then, I keep saying it, but yeah, I think this is good to go now. So there, need to just make sure that we can actually fill this place up. Reclaim one of these, replace it with a insulated pipe because we needed to have this one connected. There. Right. Now we just need to actually build everything, connect them up to power, and yeah, basically this is good to go. Right. The outside temperatures are still okay. I will hazard going back to the base, and maybe we can print out the console real quick. I don't think we can put it into the base yet because the filling pipes are in the way, but at least they will be ready to go. Basically, I want to use the same exact pipe, console that we have right here. Also, can you please just vent out everything? And if we have to, we can put a vertical surface here as well. So if this amount of space is not enough for the monitoring of that cooling system, then we can add a big surface here as well, and that will basically make sure that we have plenty of space for everything. So anyways, I think you are okay now. Turn off please. Go in and print out the console, and then we quickly go back and close up the base. Yeah, if you are quick about this, we should be okay. So empty this one out, and you will give us the modular consoles. So modular consoles, we need 3 of these. So copper, steel, electrum, silicon. That one, and copper and steel. Copper and steel. Good, and print out 3 of these real quick, please. Temperature-wise, we are still okay, but please make it quick. The black hole is about to come up. That's 1, and we only have labels, right? Yeah, we only have labels. Well, that's not going to be much use to us right now. So that's going to be 2, and 1 more. Temperature is still okay, but please be quick. Okay, turn off and quickly go and close the base. We are about sunrise, so we need to be quick about this. Right, I think we managed to do this just in time. So 128 inside the base, not too bad. So let's just go down to level 5. Yeah, still a bit bumpy, but it's alright. Okay then, so we need a bunch of plastic sheets. I do believe we need 4 for each of these phase change devices and 1 for these radiators. So basically 8, 11 altogether, not too bad. Right, and this guy, the modular console, this one will be right here. Can I please find the console that I want to place this one? Right, we have attachment points on the top, 3 of them. If we want to expand this one with those vertical monitors or extra surfaces, all we need is, let me see, I think some of these. Yeah, these will give us a lot more. And we can print them out with 3 of them. That's quite kind of nice. But anyways, these ones will be this one. Yeah, this one should fit in right here quite nicely. There. Yeah, right here in front of these pipes. These guys are obviously in the way, but these are temporary, so they are fine. Okay, I will put these guys in the corner. And we need 1 vent, a bunch of steel sheets, and actual power inside the base. And that's going to be a big undertaking. How are we going to deal with this? I think we will have power generation on that side. And for now, I think I will just print out a bunch of wind turbines. Right, but that one will have to wait for the next episode because we are over time, even with the extra mining and painting and all the kind of extra time lapses. So I think we need to say goodbye now. All that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you liked the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.